Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about the interview with Phil Cook, who's WNBA Chief Marketing Officer, and how he was surprised at how much influence Caitlin Clark had. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit that notification bell when you do. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. We've only been around for 3 months, and we need your help.
Almost there.
So, Rob,
I know.
I don't know what to say.
Where do we start?
This is the most incompetent league in the history of sports. And here's a good example. So, Phil Cook, by the way, he's a white male, have an influence on some of this, just because of the nature of the league. We'll see. Anyways, this is what he said. He said the quality of play coming into our league, led by Caitlin, led by an angel. Okay, let's stop right there. I have no idea whether that was a Freudian slip. I have no idea whether it's just a mistake. I have no idea. But Rob, they're trying to promote the crap out of her. At least the black media does, anyways. And number two, her personality is the opposite of an angel.
So, yeah,
I know her name is Angel, but her personality is the opposite of that. She's trying to play the bad girl or bad woman. So yeah. I don't know, Rob. It was too funny to me.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's kind of was that a slip, or was he really, or was someone standing behind him while he was typing this up?
I don't know. It just shows you how much the league does not like Caitlin Clark, that they call her an angel and not Caitlin Clark, who acts like an angel with the press conferences and stuff. Right. Anyways, I'll start the sentence over. The quality of play coming into our league, led by Caitlin, led by an angel, is being seen across all those athletes, and I'm impressed by just how seamlessly they're fitting into what I thought was going to be a tougher transition. But it is not, and I think every fan is impressed, and the media is very impressed.
So he had a Gomer Pyle moment there. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Surprise. Right.
Rob, wow, I didn't know this.
Well, Rob, he's a sports marketing executive, and he came from a sports background, from what I understand. Right. He should have known this. Now, I will cut him a break in this one instant. In terms of Angel Reese, her senior year was not even as good as her junior year. And she was projected to go 7th or 8th, and that's when she went. So I think she's better than I thought she was going to be, and that everybody except for her diehard fans were going to be, because of the fact that she didn't improve from her junior year to her senior year.
I'll cut him that big, but if he's in if he's in marketing and he's supposedly observing players coming in, and all of a sudden he has this surprise moment. I didn't know they would be this good moment. What are you watching? What are you not watching?
Right. I agree. And also, she had a big social media following since her junior year. So he knew about her popularity.
Right.
And also, rebounding tends to translate, especially when you're 6'3" in the WNBA. So I knew her rebounding was going to translate myself. So anyways, in terms of Caitlin Clark, Rob, this should have been a no-brainer for a guy who has a sports background, because all you had to do is watch her play and forget about the fact that she didn't win a championship and just see the fact that she was not a one-trick pony, that she led the nation in assists 3 years in a row and scoring 3 years in a row. Why? Because she was a generational player. And he saw that she's the most exciting and popular at both. That's the key in marketing. Exciting and popular athlete since Michael Jordan.
Right. Both.
And the first woman in the history of American sports in 150 years to be the most popular athlete in the country for more than a week or two, say, like after an Olympic athlete gets a bunch of gold medals. First time in history. As a marketing person, he should have been through the roof on this, Rob.
What an easy promotion coming into a league. I mean, that's what we're saying. How can you not promote this this young woman coming into the league, coming into the WNBA, unless you have something, maybe a pressure for you not to even to do that, Mark. You think that might have happened?
Yeah, actually, Rob, let's analyze this, Rob. The league is run mainly by women. The league is predominantly black women and predominantly lesbians, as far as we can tell. We don't know the exact percentage, but it's clear it's over 50%.
Mm-hmm.
But they seem to have a lot of control and pull. And Rob, he's a white male in that league.
Yeah.
Now, there's pressure on him not to promote the white woman, especially one who's getting more publicity than she deserves, which I admit that part's true, but more publicity than the fact that they like she gets. So they're very jealous and envious of the publicity she gets. So if he suggests to the commissioner or the league to promote the heck out of this once in a generational most exciting player ever, they're going to give him a hard time. They're going to say what they've been saying for months to us. What about all these women who grew the league and are the best players all right now that never got any publicity for the last 10 years or were the best players in the league? What about them?
Right. He would as a, I mean, like you said, you said the factors right there. Being in a male, being the only male in a woman's dominated situation, there definitely was some pressure for him to not to promote Caitlin Clark, and also because he was white, and for him to do that, that's what would happen. What about Angel? You didn't put anything about Angel. What about?
Well, and Rob, I think it was mainly because he's white and it's predominant black league. He couldn't suggest to promote the heck out of this white player. If she was black, there is no question in my mind that she would have been marketing like Michael Jordan in his prime.
Yeah, you kidding me?
No question in my mind, and I'm not trying to be racist when I'm saying that. I'm saying they would have gone crazy with it, Rob. They barely promoted her. And let's say if the black athlete hadn't got an extraordinary amount of publicity. I don't think it's just because Caitlin Clark is white.
No.
I think it's because she got a ton of publicity, a ton of money, and the other players are jealous and envious of her. So let's say we had a black athlete just like Caitlin Clark with a bunch of publicity and a bunch of money. I think they would not have promoted her like crazy. But if she came in as player of the year and just got a normal amount of publicity and she was black, the amount they would have promoted her would have been crazy. Assuming she's an exciting player, just like Caitlin Clark, exact same person. They would have gone crazy with it, Rob.
But he should have manned up and just like, if he's the marketing and he's into making money, he should have told those ladies, look, we're in the business of marketing and making money. Forget about all this other stuff about her not being black and her promotions previously. Her jerseys are selling out in college. Can you imagine if we promoted her during the NBA, WNBA season? Come on, man.
Rob, we said this before, that they've wanted the Caitlin Clark effect with one, without Caitlin.
Right.
Or two, and this is the key to what we're talking about right now, without marketing Caitlin.
Right.
They wanted to not market Caitlin, but they wanted the league to become way more popular than it was before, which is bizarre because if that was the case, Rob, it would have been more popular right now. But it hasn't. It was growing very slowly the last couple of years, and it was more popular the first 3 years of their league.
Well, that was his final statement, I believe, in the article, Mark.
Oh, we'll get to the rest of it.
Didn't he say something about it's been popular for the last 20 years? No, it has not.
Yeah, we'll get to the rest of what he said, and I guess we'll come back to that. Let's go to that now, Rob.
Yeah.
We'll go to the rest of what he said.
Yeah.
Okay. The audience we really wanted to connect with this year was the audience that loves basketball or loves big-time sports moments or is just a casual sports fan. And when you put performance like that on the board, it gets them interested. Okay, Rob, so interested. Okay, What is he talking about? The casual sports fans, big sports movement, loves basketball. Okay, they got the casual sports fan in, Rob.
Right.
And they didn't want him.
No.
They kept telling them that they got to do their homework and they got to like these other players, Rob. Basically, what they wanted to do was they wanted force fans to like the other players. And I'm going to give you a quote, Rob, that I'm going to steal from someone that made a comment on a video I saw. I wish I said this myself, Rob. But it's kind of I've been saying just something very similar to this, but I just like the way the person worded it.
Right.
A guy named Steven Brenner, he made a comment. He said, they've been trying to elevate or increase the value of their old players by dragging Caitlin Clark down, but it's backfired spectacularly.
Yep, that is true.
That's exactly what we've been saying. He just worded it in such a way that I liked.
Yeah.
They're saying you have to like these other players too. No, we don't. It doesn't work like that. You have to grow them organically, Rob. You can't force us to like somebody.
Right. Just like the coach reads with the Lynx when they won the Commissioner's Cup. Okay, now you have to watch us now. No, I don't. I don't have to watch you. I don't want to watch you.
It's amazing to me that they want to do it that way instead of just saying, you know what? Guess what? If we marketed Caitlin Clark properly, which is what they should have done in the first place, we'll get a way more eyes on the WNBA. And guess what? If they like what they see, they'll stick around and really appreciate how great Asia Wilson and Breanna Stewart are and all the other players.
Right, exactly.
We don't have to force them because that doesn't work.
Right. They'll come to see Caitlin Clark, but then they'll also see the other players, like Carter. I mean, she's awesome. I've never seen her play before, but she's a great ball player. I've never seen her play, but the reason why I've seen her play now is because when they played against the Fever and Caitlin Clark.
Right. And that's what they don't get, Rob. If people were really interested in these players in the league before, they would be there.
No.
So whatever marketing you were doing before, it wasn't working.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't working.
In addition to the style of play, Rob.
Right.
And so Caitlin Clark has brought a new style of play that you refuse to market. She's exciting. She's fast paced. She likes logo threes. You've refused to market that.
She makes great passes. She makes great passes. She makes phenomenal passes. How easy is that to set up a 20 second, just a highlight of that?
Rob, the passes she's made since she's been in the WNBA could fill a highlight reel more than any passes in the history of the WNBA. And they could just make that into a 30-second or a minute commercial. Just her passing. Forget about her logo threes. And people would say, oh, my God, what did I just see? And these are people who know basketball, too. But you can put the logo threes in the commercial, too, just to make the little kids happy. Whatever. The people who don't know basketball happy. But you should be marketing the crap out of this woman. And you should be doing it from day one. And you're idiots for not doing it. And if he felt pressure from the league because she was a white woman getting too much publicity and making too much money, too bad. He should have held ground and said, listen, you guys hired me to do a job and you won't let me do it.
Right. I would have did it and said, okay. And if they came in, what are you doing? How come you're not promoting the other black players? I would have said, hey, I'm in the business of marketing. You do your thing, whatever. And if you don't like it, then get rid of me. That's what I would have said. If you don't like what I'm doing, get rid of me. I would have pointed out, what have we been doing the last 20 years? Where's the attendance on that? Has attendance gone up because of who and the viewership? Now it's up. Was it like that a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago? No. So get out of my face,
Rob. And Rob, he should have said something to stood up for what he knew was right, because obviously he knew something was right, but there could have been a compromise. Like, okay, don't promote it as much as we think they should, but like compromise and promote her somewhat. They didn't promote her at all.
No, not at all.
They didn't promote her at all. I saw her for like 5 seconds in a W commercial, just screaming like, yeah, intensity or whatever. They didn't show any highlights of her plays whatsoever in that commercial that they keep showing on the games. Welcome to the W, where the woman gets up and says, you know, this. That's it. That's all I've seen.
It's so easy because you could have incorporated welcome to the WNBA, and you have the veterans like, you know, you show Asia Wilson, you show shot by, you know, Brittany Stewart, and here's some new bloods. Put in Clark, put in Reese, put in the other rookies, and that way it would have been so easy to do that.
I remember David Stern when he had Shaq coming into the league. He promoted the power of Shaq. That's what he promoted. People got excited. The power and strength of Shaq. They promoted it. Victor W., his versatility. The fact that he's a generational player that's 7'3.5" and can shoot the three.
And you don't see
that. They promoted that in the league this year.
Did you see? But did you see the men's players get upset and bitch about that and complain about that they were promoting this rookie who had never played a game or anything like that?
No,
I mean,
Rob.
somewhat, but they're going like, okay, cool, we got this new young guy coming in the league. Wow, this is nice.
Let me see. Robbie goes on to say in the interview, they, and I don't know who they are, but I guess he's talking about the fans. So I'll read it. I'll read the whole sentence.
Yeah.
They turn their head and say 19 assists in a 40-minute game in the W. That's incredible. These numbers are like unprecedented. And I think the loyalist has said, oh, yeah, our game has been this good for 20 years. You just haven't been watching.
You're right. I haven't been watching because why should I watch it? What am I watching?
Rob, again, they're just telling us that, we don't, we should have been watching all along.
Right.
And that's insulting. Listen, if you were exciting, we would have watched all along. And Rob, I was watching some before 2016, and you decided not to put Candace Parker on the Olympic team. So I stopped watching because of your politics.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what, Rob? I came back to watch, and I played Ultimate Frisbee, Rob, and you should see the development of the women players over the last 20, 30 years. They get so much better. I came back to the WNBA and started watching again, and they're not any better than they was in 2016 for the most part. This crop of rookies coming in, and the women in college right now are. Mm-hmm. But they really haven't gotten any better. They play bully ball down below, Rob, because they don't have the skills to play well. They miss layups. I don't know, Rob. They think the league is better than it is in terms of talent. That's the other problem.
No.
Now, it will be,
yeah,
but it's not because it's always existed for 27 years. Most of them can't create their own shots, and almost none of them have post moves. That's a skill level thing, Rob. That's something they've had plenty of time to develop. They've been playing basketball, since the 70s. They've been playing basketball before then, but they've had, they've had leagues since the 80s, and they haven't developed that skill, Rob.
And also the shooting. I mean, the reason why Angel Reese is getting so many rebounds is so many bricks. Mark, you can get. I mean, you could get rebounds with the way they shoot. It's so easy.
I will say their 3-point shooting is pretty good, in the WNBA, but that's about it. And that's because they practice a lot. Well, they need to practice on other things besides 3-point shooting and show they have other skills besides that. Uh-huh. I'm not impressed necessarily with their passing.
No.
I'm not impressed with any of their post moves and their ability to make layups. And they don't jump well.
No.
I thought they would jump better at this level than they do, Rob. Women can jump. Just go watch Simone Biles. I know these are bigger women.
Volleyball. Just watch volleyball. Just watch volleyball. You can see how they get up.
Right. Yeah. I'm surprised on the lack of jumping ability, especially in blocks in the WNBA. I am. Because I know women can jump. There's a difference between men and women, but not that much of a difference. They got a lot of women who just play bully ball down below, and it's boring basketball. And that's why he has a hard job, because he has to market a poor product.
Right. Well, he's playing afraid. He's got the women down his neck looking at him. And so I wonder if I still wonder if he'll still even do it after. I mean, this All-Star break. I mean, I definitely would be promoting, if you're a WNBA, the rookies, and what they'll do is probably, if the Olympic team wins them, they'll promote that team and the players on that instead.
I would promote fast-paced, upbeat offense, Rob, which is happening with Caitlin Clark. It's going to happen when Paige Beckers comes into the league, and even more so when Juju Watkins comes into the league, and other talented players that are coming up.
Right. I agree.
And for him to pretend that he couldn't see Caitlin Clark's greatness, when people like Rebecca Lobo said, forget what Diana Taurasi said. He should have listened to Rebecca Lobo. Rebecca Lobo said her game translates. The 3-point shooting, her passing, that translates to the WNBA. I suspect she will have MVP numbers her rookie year. Okay, so this is not a shocker. It isn't. You're listening to idiots who said she didn't have a chip, so she's not that good. She gets too much publicity. She's not as good as her publicity. That's who you were listening to. You weren't listening to people that knew basketball.
No.
And that's why they didn't market her properly. And they didn't market her because they were jealous and envious. And he was going to upset the players in the league. Too bad. His job is to market the league, not to make the players happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's
Enough
his
of
job.
this cancel culture because
You have one job. You got one job. You have one job.
His title's chief marketing officer. I don't know. You can't go any higher than that for marketing.
Right.
Unless I got some other title I don't know about. I don't know, Rob. This just upset me even more. This stuff is all a shocker,
Yeah.
And of course he had to say it was like Angel and Caitlin equal when
Right.
It's not. In fairness, I didn't know she was going to have 19 assists in a game, but I knew she'd get close to that because I saw her get 15 in college with players who weren't as good, who supposedly Caitlin Clark said that, I'm going to throw it to Leah Boston and she's going to put it underneath the basket. Well, even Leah Boston at least the first half of the season, wasn't that good at it either.
No, she was not.
I think she expected the players to be better at making layups and she would get more assists than they did. They're coming around, but I thought she would get more assists because of the fact the players were better and Caitlin Clark would put them in position for easy baskets. But they missed so many layups, she didn't get it. So I didn't expect a lot of assists. I didn't know. I wasn't thinking 19 in my head. I was just thinking she could average 10 assists a game easily.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll get close to that at the end of the year.
I think so.
And so, 19 is not a shocker when she got 15 in college and she's been playing with better players.
All right.
So, anyways, he seems like it's all a big surprise.
I know.
No, you were listening to the wrong people. Stop it. Listen
to
us.
Yeah, do your thing.
I've been saying this since April, that she's a once-in-a-generation player. She's going to be one of the greatest players of all time, if not the best player. She's the best passer I've ever seen in women's basketball. I've been saying this since April. So I'm not a sports marketing major, and I could see it. I don't know why you could.
Oh, well, we know why.
Well, I don't know. That's my take, and I'm sticking to it.
All right.
All right. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit the notification bell when you do. Let us know what your comments are down below. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And Rob and I will be live today for the Olympics from 2 to 5. There's 5 swimming finals and other things going on. So join us for that. We're doing it every day till August 10th. Rob is going to be there every day, but sometimes. Our normal live show is Monday, 6 to 8 Eastern time, but we won't do it during the 2 weeks during the Olympics. And also, we're not going to do it during major holidays. Okay? And if you want to donate to our channel, there's Super Chats, and you'll see PayPal down below. And we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Peace out.